On this lesson, we will be on the top of page 9 in your red book, and you're going to need your cheat sheet that you just made, because when we start playing every week, we're going to warm up by using our B-flat scale. Our 5-note B-flat scale, that's B-flat, C, D, E-flat, and F, and then we play it backwards. So you might have it in your mind already, but we always take our cheat sheet out, put your cheat sheet over page 8, and we're going to start with our B-flat scale. We're going to start together by just playing it in whole notes. That means blowing for 4 beats on each letter name, and then we switch. What I'm noticing when I'm watching some of your videos is that you're not reaching all the way out for C in 6th position, so C and D are starting to sound like the same note. So make sure you're really reaching far for C. So we're going to play all of our notes in order, right? Remember, you wrote this down. Looks like this: B flat, C, D, E flat, and F, and then we go backwards. And basically, it's just your notes on your cheat sheet, forwards and backwards. So we'll use this to do our warm-up. So let's get a foot check, a back check, and we'll do whole notes. And we want to make sure that our trombone is put together all the way. Here we go. Unlock your slide, right? Make sure it's unlocked. B flat scale, whole notes. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, so what some of you might notice is that B flat sounds low, C sounds low, and then the sound doesn't keep going up. So what we have to do is, as the notes go, B flat is loose, C is loose, then D you need a little tighter, M, and then E flat, and then F. You need to blow harder and tighten your lips for D, E flat, and F. Otherwise it sounds like do, re, mi, bleh, bleh. Okay, it should sound like do, re, mi going up, do, re, mi, fa, sol. The only way you can make that happen is if you blow harder and tighten your lips on F and those other high notes. So keep working on that. We're going to try this time tonguing. Let's tongue 2 times on each note. So B flat, C, C, D, D, all the way forwards, all the way backwards. Here we go. 2 quarter notes on each note. Give me a foot check, a back check. And here we go. 2 on each. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, of course you can practice that however you'd like, but that's how we did it together today. We're going to look at the top of page 9. We have some things we need to check out, so you can have your pencil ready as a pointing device, or you can use your finger. All right? So if you don't have your book open to page 9, pause and get it open to page 9, and let's check it out. The first thing we want to look at the top, it says repeat sign. So take your pointing device and put on where it says repeat sign. Now they're talking about the 2 dots. The double bar is a double bar. You will see 2 dots before the double bar for a repeat sign, which means you need to play the song again. It doesn't mean play it infinite times. It means play it 1 more time and then you're over. If they want you to play it more than 1 time, they will have to write it out in words, play 4 times or whatever, but that's very rare. So repeat means play it again and then the song's over. So don't put your horn down before you check if there's a repeat sign, because the song might not actually be over. So we always have to check now. The other thing we're going to look at on this page is the fermata. So you can move your eyes over to where it says fermata. It looks like an eye with an eyebrow. Sometimes it's called a bird's eye. And fermata, if you see that over or under a note, it means hold that note longer than normal. When you're playing with a group of people like in our lesson, we'll assume we need to play that note double. So if it was a whole note that was 4 beats, now it's 8 beats. If you're playing in a big ensemble like what we're going to have in school when we play together and there's a conductor, fermata means look up at the conductor and they'll show you with their baton in their hands how long they want you to hold the note. So when they want you to hold it, they'll put their hand out like this. And when they want you to stop, they'll cut you off like that. So most of the time, though, you're going to be playing by yourself. So just make the note double the amount that it usually would be. Okay, so we're going to take a look at number 23. And of course, We must check now. Do we see any fermatas? Do we see any repeat signs? So let's scan our eyes through number 23. I see a repeat sign at the end, so we have to play it twice. Merrily We Roll Along is actually one name of this song. You probably know this song by another name, so maybe the words will pop into your head while we are saying the notes. There's only 4 notes in this song: D, C, B flat, and F. There's no E flat, okay? So we're going to take our trusty pointing device, or you could use your finger, and we're going to say the notes for number 23. And if there's a repeat sign, we go back and we say it again. Here we go, saying the notes. 1, 2, say the notes. D, C, B flat, C, D, 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 C, 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 D, F, F, rest. D, C, B flat, C, D, 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 C, C, D, C, B flat, repeat sign, beginning, go. D, C, B flat, C, D, 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 C, 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 D, F, F, rest. D, C, B flat, C, D, 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 C, C, D, C, B flat, rest, rest. Well, here's one thing I can tell you. Your arm's going to be moving a ton because there's so many different note changes. So if you couldn't say the notes that quickly while we were going over it, you might want to pause the video and write the letter names in under the notes. Use your cheat sheet to help you, okay? Because you're going to need to be able to move your eyes that quickly to tell your arm to move that quickly to be able to play the song, okay? So write in some note names if you need to. Oh, and it even says that. Write in the note names before you play. Well, you don't have to, only if you can't read it that fast. So in your head, when you're playing trombone, you should either be trying to say the note names or the slide positions. I think saying the note names in your mind is probably better. Let's just get the DC, BC slide position down because your arm needs to move a lot. So make sure you're unlocked, okay? And give me a D, 4. I'll back up. C, 6, and B flat, 1. So when we go D, C, B flat, C, D, okay, you really got to get out there for C. Don't be lazy on C or else it'll sound like a D and a half, which isn't even a real note. It's like a weird sound between C and D. Okay, let's try it nice and slow. If this turns out to be too fast for you still, that's okay. You can do it at your own speed after you tried it with us. If you want to go faster afterwards, that's fine too. So we start in 4th position, lick your lips, give me a foot check, a back check. Here we go. This is number 23, trying it out. 1, 2, sit up playing 23. Beginning, 4th position. Okay, now would be a good time, probably because you've played a bunch, you need to empty your water key. So if you hear it crackling, like I could hear mine, make sure you empty it so the crackling doesn't keep happening. Okay, so let's look, if you want to redo number 23 on your own when you're practicing, that's fine. We're going to look down to number 24. Okay, now 24 is interesting because it's a duet. That means you either play line A or line B. You don't play line A and then go to line B. They happen at the same time. Can you play 2 notes at the same time on trombone? No. So technically, like, a piano player could play both parts, But trombone can only play one. So this is where it would be good if you know someone else who plays in band and has a red book that's any instrument, flute, clarinet, bells, or trumpet. They could play the duet with you. Okay? We're going to learn line A, and then when you play it, you play with the tracks, and the track will say, you play line A, well, we play line B, and then this switches the second time. So a couple things we need to look for here. I see a fermata at the end of the song, right? So that means we need to double the length of that B flat at the end of the song. So it used to be 2 beats, and then we're going to turn it into 4 beats. Okay? This time when we say the notes for 24, you're going to do your slide on your trombone. For some of you, you might need to just say the notes and point to it and then rewind and do the slide on your trombone if your eyes can't go that fast, okay? So let's say the notes for number 24 and do your slide. So when you say F, you do F with your arm to get your arm a little preview of what's going to happen. Here we go. 24, I don't see any repeat signs. We just got to get the fermata at the end. Here we go. Saying the notes and doing the slide positions. Remember, F is in first position, right? 1, 2, say the notes. F, D, D, E flat, C, C, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, 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 rest. F, D, D, E flat, C, C, B flat, D, F, F, B flat. Okay, a couple things. I'm glad we practiced our B flat scale because it's in the middle of this song. I see a part of the song that goes B flat, C, D, E flat, F. That's our B flat scale. Okay, I see another thing. Put your finger on the last note. What note is it? Well, it's B flat. Remember, we're looking at line A. Put your finger on the second to last note. What note is that? Well, that's an F. Do you need to move your slide between the last 2 notes? No, because F is in first position and B flat's in first position. So that means you're loosening your lips to go F, B flat. I know some people are going to panic and try to move their slide because, oh, it's a new note, I have to do a different slide. Not always on trombone. Do you always have to move your slide? Depends what the slide positions are, right? So let's try to play nice and slow number 24. If you need to write note names in before you do that, you can pause and do that. Okay, if you need to just go slower after you try it with me, that's okay. Okay, let's hear it. Here we go, 24. 1, 2, start on F. The scale. Awesome. The only part that is really tricky on the slide is the second to last measure. B flat, D, F, F, B flat. So you just gotta either write the slide positions, write the note names, or just practice doing your arm a couple times before you play it. That's good. You're actually going to be recording number 25 for me. So the same thing. I'm not going to tell you the notes though. You're going to tell yourself the notes. You can write them in if you need to. If you need to write slide positions in, you can. They're just little scales going up and down your B flat scale, always starting on a different note. And finally, you play a whole B flat scale coming back down at the end. Make sure you do the fermata at the end when you record it, so you need to make that note for 8 beats. You might want to take a breath before that last note. Okay? I look forward to seeing and hearing your number 25 videos this week.